Sneeko and Zerka, the God Pill reunion is back, man. How are you, bro? Where are you?
I'm good. I'm about to catch a flight from Kosovo to Turkey in like 2 hours,
Okay,
but
so you
I'm
got energy
juiced
right now.
up.
You juiced up off what?
Huh? Coffee.
Oh, okay.
What the f does that mean?
I don't know. I never know with you. I don't know if it's alcohol. I don't know what you're juiced up on. Just making sure. But yeah, why are you going to Turkey? Do you have anything planned?
Yeah, I'm getting that hair transplant and doing a quick vlog.
I don't even think you need a hair transplant. I think that the chat just got to you, how they usually do. I don't think you need one.
Yeah, they've been saying it for years. They're like, bro, it's been 4.5 years of us telling you. And I'm like, bro, I don't need one. I don't need one. But bro, what if I'm not going to be on this side of the earth anymore, bro? Like, I might as well do it here instead of the US.
I mean, it's 10K. You could always take a flight back to Turkey. Where do you even think you need it? You don't have a bald spot. What is your hairline like, crowning a bit?
I have some no, I have receding. If I had crowning, I would just give up.
I don't even think it's barely receding. What is it like? It's normal level for like a white dude of your age, if you're even white.
The people at the clinic emailed me and they're like, not only do people wait longer than you, but I'm getting like 5,000 hairs. So apparently I only need like 1,500. I'm getting 5,000. So I'm about to come out like some Dragon Ball Z character. I'm gonna be like those Korean.
Which Korean one? I don't know who you're talking about.
Chat knows the Korean guys who style their hair, the singers.
Oh, the K-pop singer dudes. Why do you want to look like that? It doesn't even. By the way, I just went to TwitchCON. I was walking around TwitchCon and I felt like you when you were screaming Albanian refugee. Very Zerka activity to be going around there. Just got back. I got sick and now I'm back in Miami. But
weren't you supposed to go to Canada?
Yeah, I'm gonna go on Tuesday. So I got a day or two more. I've been playing it out, but I'm gonna go to your home country.
Catch me up though. Catch me up with what happened at TwitchCon. I barely saw the clips.
Yeah, you should have seen. You would have loved that. The whole stream, front to back, was really good, and the interactions were good. Some people wanted me to do more, but I had a great method. I was handcuffed to Jake Future, and we were walking around. And obviously, he's a good friend of mine. I'm not even saying that for like good optics. I actually like the guy. He's wholesome. I think God chose him to be, a beacon of light in this world. But walking around with him handcuffed probably repelled 90% of the haters. 90% of the people that hate me that would have come up to me didn't do anything. And so
why is that?
Because I'm handcuffed to Jake Future.
Oh, as in they don't want to mess with both of you.
You know who Jake Future is, right?
Yeah, I know Jake Future. Yeah,
well, yeah, like that. They see the smile on his face. They just don't want to interrupt that sort of. We got a thing going on. They don't want to be dickheads next to Jake Future.
Yeah, I saw. I forget the name. There was like one streamer that kept with everyone. I forgot his name, but he fucked with the CEO of Twitch.
Yeah, this guy. I don't want to give him clout, but I don't even know if it's he or she. A lot happened. So Neon got banned for a month for misgendering some guy. And now that I'm back on Twitch, I don't even know. Yeah, you got a month ban for calling a girl a guy or a guy a girl. I don't even know. A guy waving around the LGBT flag, and I know Fresh got kissed by that guy. That guy that trolled XQC and everybody came up to Fresh and kissed him right on the cheek, and then trolled the CEO of Twitch. But I had nothing. The only time someone said something to me when I was walking in, I was without Jake Future. Some guy looked at me and went, "Fuck you," but he didn't look at me. He pointed at me and he was like looking over, like "Fuck you." I'm like, "Okay, fuck you." And then other than that, there was nothing.
You actually got to walk inside of all of TwitchCon stuff, no problem?
Absolutely. I had more of a welcoming presence at TwitchCon than Rumble's Power Slap.
Yeah, I told you that if they didn't ban you, that they kind of like you,
Which I can't understand why. Like, even then, I just finished all the requirements to get partner. I just got affiliate today. So now I'm monetized on Twitch.
I know why.
Can you explain it? Because I don't get it. Like, why would they ban Neon? And even then, there was a couple scenarios where they probably could have banned me. I ran away from a agenda person. It was a fake agenda person, and I ran away. Yep. And then there was another moment where Aiden called, but you're not supposed to call. But every Twitch streamer calls Aiden on stream, but he's a banned streamer, so not supposed. Like, if they really wanted to be dickheads, they could, but they haven't.
Because you're this independent guy, right? You're not like, Neon's big, but everyone sees him as a spin-off of Aiden. But if you're like this independent island, then they go, maybe we can control Sneeko's outrage. Whereas with Neon, they go, oh, these guys are always going to be in that group. But I think since you're not on Kick is the real reason, though.
Yeah, they seem to not like Kick streamers, but why would they have a bias towards Kick streamers and not Rumble streamers? It's just they don't see this competition.
Honestly, I'm kind of glad they don't look into it because now that I think about it, maybe you're just not that toxic.
I definitely am. I'm not.
What are you doing, bro? What is he doing?
I mean, it's like you want me to walk back 2 years.
I definitely am. I definitely fucked
you
up.
Want
definitely.
You want me to walk?
Bro, I'm like
2 years of Erica, 2 years of JQ, 2 years of Nazi jokes, like. And also, I don't know if you've seen it all, because there were so many banger clips, like great stream. I was surprised you weren't like replying to every tweet because it was so good. One of my best IRL streams, and they were mad I didn't do more. I told my community, I'm like, I went in there and got away without a scratch on me, without any real clip of somebody violating me, into enemy territory with all the people that hate me the most. Nothing happened. Stood on my 10 toes, had a great stream, and they still want more. No, you got to leave. You got to leave the casino when you're up.
I told you that when I went to TwitchCON twice, secretly they make the same jokes as us. I'm not saying this to cope. They're literally a lot like us. It's just that blue hair kind of demon stuff that only has power when someone targets you. So, for example, when you get partnered, you're going to immediately be targeted by Hassan Piker, I guarantee you. And he's going to pressure Twitch to push you out by watching old clips of yours. That's why I said don't give him nothing. Don't talk about it right now.
Okay, don't give him anything. He was there too. They were all there. When I was handcuffed, it was pretty slow walking around. People want to be like, go over.
You say hi to him?
Nah, he was on stage doing a thing, like doing some bullshit thing. I remember you had an interaction when I was replaying all of your TwitchCon clips from a couple years ago. You walked. What did you say to Hassan at TwitchCon?
Well, the first TwitchCon, I was on a date with Hassan Piker. It was Mia Malkova, and Hassan Piker as a three-way date, and they put me on their
the porn star.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you sure not
and
Mia
they put
Khalifa?
No, not that one. Mia Malkova. She's a great friend of mine, and so they put me on a three-way date with. I guess it's a three-way date, and they just wanted me to be me. But because I was being so charismatic and funny, she kept laughing at my jokes and coming towards me and leaving Hassan, and he was getting humiliated. And he actually got the whole stream wiped off the internet somehow. And if someone could find it, we have a big reward for you. But that was my first experience. And he even at one point freaked out and said, Zerka, you're doing too much. And I looked at Raj, the guy who produced it. I looked at him like, yo, you want me to chill out, right? And everyone's like, well, Zerka's such a nice guy. Whereas now, if he did that to me, I think I'd flip and embarrass him harder. But back then, I was doing it for my boss, who's Raj, because I was a partner I wasn't partnered on Twitch, which is so funny. When I walked in the lineup, I had to go on the affiliate side lineup, not the partner side. And everyone comes to take photos of an affiliate, and all those partners had no one wanting a photo with them. I was bigger than them as a motherfucker. Affiliate, they wanted a photo.
Albania on top. What, you were friends with Hassan? I didn't know this. First off, I want to hear the backstory about this. But then also, he dissed you on that podcast with Jason the Ween, the Asian guy. Why?
Yeah, he's ashamed because we weren't like collab friends. We were legit on 50 plus shows together. So his career is attached to mine like this. And if you go watch it, he was friendly with me back then because on day 2, I was bigger than him. On day 2, I had 9,000 views and he had 1,000. And then they banned me and they kept suppressing me and shit. But yeah, he's super ashamed that his career started at the exact week mine started. And he's super ashamed that, I don't have a Young Turks uncle who has 5 billion views, the biggest left-wing channel. So he was super ashamed with that. And so now he tells everyone, I work. He's not allowed to say I didn't work with Zerka, but he says I disavow him. He became worse. He used to be soft. But no, I've always been the same. And I'll say this, bro. I guarantee you he's coming after you. As soon as you become a Twitch entity, because Twitch is your playground, bro. It's legit gamers who will attack anyone who attacks gaming except you.
I thought you weren't allowed to attack other Twitch streamers on the platform. You get banned.
We were put on a Royale show. The point was to attack each other.
Okay.
Yeah. And so they put me on the Royale show, and the audience would vote me back in, right? But I was so funny that I was on every single episode, dating show, Royale show, and dating in person show. And back then, Hassan Piker, at one point, he was so bad at streaming, and he's a good streamer now, I guess, but he just lies a lot. But at one point, he was so bad at streaming, he started playing Fortnite, and I would play Gears of War. Did you imagine Hassan Piker, Zerka gaming on a gaming? Because we were like, wow, there's a lot of money in this gaming shit. And but here's what I love about the Twitch community is they're gamers, right? I don't really like being there, but they're loser gamers who like you. Like the chat asks for you in other chats. So it's like, you hate gamers. So why the fuck are you? The big boys at Twitch like you. The chat likes you. The streamers collab with you. The ones that don't want to collab still will collab because you're big enough. It's the ultimate infiltration. It's like Sneeko, the red pill in Twitch. Bro, seeing you as a Twitch partner is going to be the funniest shit ever.
I want to get strategies for Twitch thing. I have a lot to ask you about this. But first, chat. This is not pre-recorded. When you chat, you can see it on the screen. How low IQ do you have to be? You are typing, and then you see it pop up on the chat on the screen. How do you think I should navigate Twitch? Should I stream gaming? Should I do that a little bit? Should I tap into that? Because just reacting it all the time and yapping nonstop, that's going to get boring.
If I were you, hire security so you don't go to jail, and IRL, take over that. Because
IRL.
There's this thing about IRL where if you're small or medium, you cannot pop off. But if you're already a big name and you can afford the security and stuff to keep your stream from getting banned, then you can take over that. And for some reason, IRL, obviously it doesn't make sense at the lower levels because you'll always break even or even lose money IRLing. I'm not going to say it's like a cash cow thing. You're going to find out that it's really not, especially with the traveling. But IRL is probably going to be, since you like engagement, it's going to be your biggest engagement ever.
Yeah, it's the best clips.
I'll say this: if Neon IRL instead of on Kick on Twitch, it's easily double the views.
Yeah, you get natural growth. I saw that when I was in France because I IRL'd in France when that soy boy came up to me when the girl was like stroking my head. That was an IRL Twitch stream. All the growth was natural. I didn't announce it at home. Like Rumble, I've done 2 years. Rumble is all about promotion. You have to do a big intro. You have to schedule the stream. You need a thumbnail. You need this. You need to announce it. You need to funnel them in from Twitter. It's all a show. It's all a timer. Twitch, you can just go live and then things happen. It's like a whole new type of game. I'm excited.
Imagine when you're on the home page IRLing. That's going to be where it's crazy. I remember live streaming to 200 viewers. I did one thing that's funny. They put on like live stream fill or whatever, and then boom, I bumped to 2.7K, and I'm like, what the? And on Kick, you're kind of like where you're at, or Rumble, you're where you're at.
Kick, you get some natural growth. Let's be honest, I've done 2 years on Rumble. There's absolutely no natural growth on Rumble. Like pretty much none. If they put you front page, maybe, but you need to text the CEO to do it. And even then, it's just people who would want to hear about Trump. They want to hear about American politics and the scene. They just want to hear certain talking points. And now I'm sure you've seen it. People are calling me a sellout for getting unbanned on Twitch. First off, I got unbanned on Twitch 2 months ago. Now I just got affiliate because I've been restreaming my old videos to get the hours in because you need a certain amount of hours to get affiliate. I got that and I'm like, hey, look, after 2 years and losing Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, I finally got one back. And then all of your people are like, you sold out. You're a snake. Have you seen all that? They're saying that I sold my soul because I got unbanned on Twitch. They just want me to spam W in a basement with them forever. I'm sick of these people. There's no career with these people. All I have to do is talk about every day to the best race all day, every day. And if I don't do that, I'm a sellout. What are they talking about? I've done more for this movement than almost anyone in the country besides you know who, besides Nick. Everybody else, I've made more connections with these people. I've talked about it more. I was on Yay 24. I spoke at these events. I've went to these things. We did great streams with you, with Zerka, with Myron, all these people. I've done more than any of these. And then they want to say that I sold out because I got affiliated on Twitch. Where's the logic? And then they post a picture of me and Aiden next to a rabbi. They're like, this was last month. That was last year. Like there's no substantial evidence at all. I realize that these people, they're not going to support you. They just want you to be sitting there in a basement in your mom's house with pimples all over your face, eating nachos and saying, I'm not going to do it. That's not a career.
Yeah, and let's be real. Those same people are going to shit on you for, let's say you did go that route. They'd be like, look at his viewer count. Look at Sneako's pathetic viewer count. He should JQ harder. Like, what the yeah, it's crazy. And it's like, let's look at Sneako as also an entertainment channel. He's done everything he's supposed to do. There's a checklist of honest things you should do as a human. You've done them. We deserve some Twitch IRLs from Sneako, I think. And the fact that you brought that up shows me you kind of care. That's pathetic.
Bro, because I've done so much for this thing. I care so much about this. I know the talking points. We need to get Israel out of American politics. I've been the most vocal person about Palestine from day one. Even Andrew Tate, for example, he was not vocal about Palestine day one. On October 7th, he said, oh, there's good guys and there's bad guys. October 7th, day one, free Palestine. This is a genocide. It's not a war. Jordan Peterson is a sellout. He's saying, give him hell. This is very clearly, there's an attack. They allowed this to happen. The biggest intelligence agency that would not allow this to happen. This is genocide. It's not war. Free Palestine. Day one. I was the one doing it. I've been speaking about almost every day for 2 years. And now I'm a sellout because I don't think the supreme race. No one can even tell me a talking point that I've sold out on. Nobody can give me any substantial evidence at all. And the reason I care is because I care about this so much, but I'm like, bro, they don't realize, and I want to see what your take on this. A lot of these people do not realize that they are in the same victim mentality trap that Ben Shapiro has painted himself in. You say whites aren't the supreme race, and immediately they're like, oh, they have the same voice that that guy in Japan, Ryan Dawson, has, where he's like, everyone's, oh, they banned me here, they banned me, they have this loser mentality. Bro, the only way you win is if you let go of that. A lot of people, I've realized, they like saying the control everything. They like blaming the because it gets rid of some of that burden of any burden of responsibility for them to have to do anything. If everything is the fault, then they don't have to get out of their mom's house. They could sit there with an anime profile picture and spam all day and never do anything, and they can feel like they're accomplishing something. They could spam Christ is King in the chat and be like, yes, today was a good day. They're still broke, they're still poor, nobody likes them. There's nothing that they've accomplished at all. In fact, they're so afraid of putting their name and face out there, they hide behind somebody else's work. They hide behind a profile picture and just spam. Get rid of that victim mentality. I didn't sell out because I want to succeed in life. And also, if I'm going to be more successful, if I have a bigger platform, and if I get unbanned on Instagram and then YouTube next, inshallah, then I keep speaking about Israel on a bigger scale. Because look at that guy Hassan Piker or whatever. He could talk about Israel, but nobody aligns with him because he's still blue pill and all this stuff, and he believes in genders and all this. If you could speak at Israel on a major scale, which we have now allowed to see, that's the most important issue. And I want to do that.
Yeah. No, I agree that everyone who doesn't have an account that they're staying private, but they're JQing anonymously, I wouldn't chill with those people in person. I'd say you're a coward. And number two, even if I disagree with you, I would call Sneako if Sneako went live and said, so the superior race. It makes sense when I say it, right? But you should defend your own for sure. If I was black, I would say, so the superior, maybe not in like certain ways, but I'd say, hey, we dominated banging your, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I would find pride. Yeah, I would find it the pride somewhere, but I don't like when you go with the liberal talking points, but against the whites. But if you came out and said who's on top, I would be like, yo, Sneako's a fucking humiliation machine, because it's like, if you go to Beijing right now and you meet a patriotic Chinese man, for some reason, everyone respects him because we like patriots, right? We like when Sneako's a patriot for USA. We like when he's an anti-Israel. We like all this stuff. But to say Sneako has to go to bed every night with his last tweet being people have superior IQ, he's not going to sleep correct because he's half black, right? And I can easily, like, I've got pink on me, right? So I can easily say on top. But also, you and Eden, my brother, always make the same point where it's like, it is scary to stand on the shoulders of your ancestors if you're just some loser. You know what I mean? Like, you're supposed to be someone, right? So I can say it, but if you're like in your mom's basement and you're talking about George Washington all day, that's a bad look, bro. That's a bad look for the whole team of whites. You gotta get to Sneako's level and then say it. And I don't like when they say dual loyalty. First of all, that Haitian part of Sneako's arc, that was dual loyalty. For some reason, you just woke up and you started saying, nah, they don't eat cats. What the f was that about?
And there's still no evidence.
When you came to my country, and you started I'm like, yeah, you can shit on that part. You can shit on that part. You cannot shit here. Then this part's not true. Me, one thing I caps lock texted you, you shit on my people, yo people eating cats. Like, bro, did they or did they not? Because you convinced me it was fake news for a second.
It was fake news. They're still to this day. Where's evidence? Where's evidence?
So the cop said, did you eat the cat to the...
That was an American lady. It wasn't a Haitian lady. Proven.
Oh, so now there's a difference. Okay.
Nice one. Well, anyway, people keep saying that I'm woke and that there's liberal talking points. I'm like, what do you guys think is woke? And you can't even tell me. I just proven to you that cat story of the cop lady, that was a...
Okay, all right.
What did I say that's woke?
Okay, hold on. Is it true that they do barbecue cats? Like some of the less educated?
I've never heard about that before, and I've never seen any evidence for that.
What about the voodoo magic thing that everyone talks
Voodoo's
about?
Real.
Is that true?
Voodoo's absolutely real, yeah.
Then you got to admit they're sacrificing a cat.
Look, there's more witchcraft in America from these girls that you... These stripper girls, they all practice astrology.
I heard this.
They all do horoscope. They all do.
Okay.
That's witchcraft.
So you walk into Selena's house and she's got a few crystals from the mall versus you walk into Habutha's house and she's barbecuing a cat and worshiping it. Yeah, bro. Yeah, you're right. The crystals are gross. What are you talking about?
Okay,
man?
I've never. I don't know that much about voodoo sacrifice, but I know that there are animal sacrifices. Yes, but there's nothing of Haitians doing it in America. There's no proof of that. And I'm saying that they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. That was all a lie. That's not true.
Listen, I worked 5 years in a nightclub. I was not afraid of anyone. I had my own gang protecting me. I had the Muslims, I had the Hells Angels, I had the boys, and we were all still afraid of the Haitians. Bro, you don't know what it's like to be around the scariest dude in town, the scariest dudes. I'm around, but when the Haitians come to the club, everyone's just like this. And these Haitians were 19, a 40-year-old man afraid of a 19-year-old. There's something about when Haitians are violent, they can beat Albanians, bro. They're crazy, bro.
They're ready to go. They've been in a lot of fights and they don't have a lot to lose. So.
And what is this history about them whites? This is new to me.
So Haiti was the first slave nation to become independent, and they did that by killing the slave masters.
There you go. There you go.
Wait, but here's
Isn't that evil?
No, that's not evil. This is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to do.
Chad. I'm kidding.
Yes. Just like Ye said, slavery was a choice. Haitians woke up and they said, slavery is my choice, and they said, slave master, we're going to go and be free.
What is Nick's argument that you guys just woke up one day and killed all the innocent whites? They weren't innocent then?
No, they weren't. He never said they were innocent. He was painted that way because he's a white dude. Like,
so
slave masters. They're the slave masters. They were whipping them every day, and they said no more.
See, I don't know this part of history. Haitians were the first, eh?
The first slave nation to rebel. Yes.
Wow.
First slave nation to rebel.
Who in America though?
Who in America? America never. The slaves didn't do it. It was like apparently the North and the South.
There you go. The ones are the best on earth. They're fighting for everyone.
Well, the first slave nation was a black nation to free the slaves. It was Haiti. It wasn't America.
Now you're scaring Twitch. You got to come back.
Yes.
Bro, here's the thing. Is it wild to admit? Like I said this last time. You take away religion from the white man, and you assume that he'll be a savage, but then you just have Sweden. It's like no one goes to jail. If you go to jail in Sweden, you get a giant TV. You get a master bed and a giant TV. Like it's a hotel. And I'm like, are we gonna go our whole lives pretending like you travel? You travel around everywhere. Do you not feel this strange calm in nations where it's like nothing can happen here? And I'm not talking about like a little Dubai. I'm talking about like, holy shit, all of Switzerland, no crime. All of Sweden, no crime. You know, am I crazy, or is it like, look at Canada? Well, I'm not going to say Canada. There's a lot of crime because of them. I'm not going to lie, dude. If I wasn't, I would always sit there and be like, what do they mean by this in the Boondocks? Change channel. Why are they always talking about the? Why are we always talked about as like this? I would, if I was a black guy, I would come to the natural conclusion that, hey, people build the safest world. Maybe they should lead. You're watching the Godkill podcast. We're comedians here. We're comedians here.
I've been having this conversation nonstop. Like it's getting repetitive, but whites need to bear some responsibility for all this stuff. Not everything is the fault. At some point, people need to bear responsibility for working with these people. And also, if you're the supreme that should lead, how the f did you let the population of 0.2 people dominate you and run your world?
Or maybe they're just with the devil.
And you let the devil win?
Hold on. You're saying we're not the superior race, but you just admit for all of human history, the whites were on top. It's just recently that the banking has changed, the international.
No, I mean, in all society, look at the plague. Look at the Dark Ages in Europe. They've gone up and down many, many times. There have been many empires. The Ottoman Empire ruled for a long time.
I just don't believe in that part of history where it was the Dark Ages and then out of nowhere in the Enlightenment, Da Vinci's came out and all these white, by the way, that changed the world again. But I don't believe in Dark Ages like the way you've been taught, where it's like everyone's in a fucking hole. I think it was one of the greatest periods to live in. It's a Christian kingdom, bro.
So you don't think that the Dark Ages happened?
I think the Dark Ages were the Golden Ages. What the f?
Okay. So continue your point.
Basically, if we kept running that Christian show, there would be no Zerkas. The world would be so fucking. There's no anymore. The world, they're just peace and dandelions. And there's just my brothers that are just good, nice folk. But I do want to know, how did you end that? It seems like they just forgave you, the Groypers?
No, they didn't. They're upset. I tweeted today. I was really. You liked the tweet. I said, "Hey, look! I finally got Twitch affiliate after 2 years of doing more than anybody else has done for this movement. Look at that, 1W. I can make money."
I don't like you putting attention on how much I've done for the movement, because you're like building the shadow of how much more can he do. Why don't you just ignore all that and do your own thing? I mean, have you noticed when the content's good, they stop watching? You constantly reminding them. Remember, how many times have you gone live 7 days in a row and they go, "Oh, go one more day," because it's never enough to the feeder.
I mean, the reason I'm doing it is because I feel a connection to these whites. I've done 2 years of the content that
you're trying to get on Twitch, bro. You gotta stop.
I'm being real.
Have to learn
I'm being real.
How to speak on camera. You gotta learn how to speak.
Some people think that, that you're woke because I'm saying that God created everyone equal. By the way, maybe you're a sellout because I see you're wearing, alhamdulillah, I see you're wearing some Tawheed merch. Hey, the Warner gave to you. Yeah, trust in God.
I'll always say this. The one thing, as a man, you should go your whole life never fucking up once, is if someone's good to you, you are forever good to them. Not just one time. Why do you think like I had so much trouble beefing you during your little Twitter liberal phase? Is because of Warner. He's such a good human being. I'm never gonna see him again. I'm never gonna do collabs with him, or maybe I don't know. But I'm telling you, Warner's one of the best people I've met in this game. Where someone who just goes, "Hey, keep your ideas right there, Zerka." It's not like he told me this, but basically, let me see Zerka for Zerka first. Oh wow, it's human on human interaction. We didn't have one kind of one-upsmanship.
There was no ego at all.
Yeah, and there's plenty of it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if he did grow an ego, because he'd be like, well, I've seen all of Zerka's tweets, and I'd say I've seen all of Warner's stuff. But man, there are some really good people out there, and it's like, that's why I'll always stop you, where it's like, of course I'll wear this, bro. If Lantern gave me this, right, I'll wrap it around.
No, you wouldn't.
I don't
would
like
the
him.
guy too if you
I'll
got to
say
meet
this:
him.
Werner is one of the only humans who I've seen around Sneeko who doesn't grab Sneeko's platform and does stuff with it. He doesn't even behind the scenes sit back and say, Sneeko, you should do this. He doesn't have any kind of like, he's legit a friend on a trip with you. And that's why I was like, what the let him do some dawah, bro. You should be next time you're with him, mix it up a bit. You know?
I will.
You shouldn't, you know what I mean?
We have a trip. We were supposed to have a trip planned this weekend, but yeah, the flight changed. So he got me the tickets to a flight. But yeah, you're definitely right. I'm gonna go back to Mecca in the end of October.
Now hold on. With saying that, I'm still gonna guard you as a homie because everyone said you didn't hold me up for Sneeko. You should have told them the truth. The other Muslims you're around are throwing you around like a one in the chat. If some of them, man, they don't even have like here. I'm from the Raj Patel days where I'm like, look, I don't fuck with you, but we do content, so we do good content together. Let's say I don't fuck with Sneeko, at least I'm gonna have grow Zerka, grow Sneeko at the same time. At least I'm gonna have that in my mind. There are some Muslims around you who just want to grow their channels, bro. You should kind of like talk to people and be like, hey, do something for me as well while I'm feeding you, because think about how much I benefited. Now imagine some snake who doesn't give you a free podcast. Imagine how much you know what I mean? They'll just use you and disappear, or they might change their opinions, or worst case scenario, they might become more radical later on to survive in the game, and then you look worse for collabing with them. So the way I see it is stick to Warner, man. You know?
I mean, I like them all. I don't think there's just been anybody bad that I've collabed with from the Islam circle. But that's what comes first for them. I think you see it as them doing something with my platform.
Yourself,
for them, though,
it's
Islam first. It's not content first. It's religion first. It's God first.
Yeah, but it's not Islam first because it's there's 5 guys in your group, each doing it different. You guys love to pretend, oh, we're doing Islam. No, you're all doing it at different. It's like Nick and Zerka. There's 2 different levels of Christianity. Same with Nick and the guy Michael Jones that hates him. Everyone has their own different version. So you got to pick the less radical version, because seeing your community like split up, fighting each other now of all times while you're trying to get on Twitch. What are you trying to get mass reported right now? Right now, you shouldn't be around conflict. Get your contract and then go nuts. Like I always say, I don't mind Sneeko getting fired, but I do mind him not getting the job in the first place.